Welcome to our chair yoga practice for today. My name is Claire and I run LV Chair Yoga Australia here in Sydney, in the land down under. I know some of you are joining me from Sydney today, but there's also a few people joining me from other places in the world. So welcome, and I'd love to extend a big thank you to Howie for asking me to take part in this. I'm really grateful to be here and share this beautiful practice with you today. I'll be giving you lots of options throughout the class, so make sure you choose the ones that feel the best for you today in your body. And I'll just give you a little background. I came to chair yoga back in 2014 when I was looking for something for my seniors who I was teaching Zumba to. And I realized that they really needed something more mindful, more yoga based, and couldn't find anything in Australia, and stumbled across the beautiful Lakshmi Volka's class, who's also here today. Hi, Lakshmi. Course in New York. So off I went and did that, and it just changed my life. So I'm really honored to be now working with her as well as a teacher trainer, offering the course to others so we can continue to share the beautiful gift that is LV Chair Yoga with other people. So if you'd like to find out any more about me, my classes, my trainings that are coming up, you can head to the website. It's getfitwhereyousit.com.au, or you can catch me on social media, LVCYAU, all the letters, the first letters. So yeah, I hope you're all having a beautiful weekend, whatever you're doing. And we're going to get into our practice today. There's nothing that you need except you and a chair. So that's it. So I'm going to make my way back to my chair. And we'll start our practice today in sitting mountain, Tadasana. So to begin, we're going to bring ourselves forward a little bit towards the front of the chair. So we have a little bit of space behind, and we're not tempted to sit back and down into slump asana. We're going to sit up really nice and tall. You can check in with your leg alignment by taking your two fists between your thighs a little bit up. Oh, you'll probably see a few cattails wandering around. That's Mickey there. Bring your fist in between your thighs up a little bit from the knees. And let's check we have our middle toe, our knee, our inner hip bones in alignment. We also want to look for a line from our ankle to our knee, and then we know that our knees are going to be really supported through this class. Then from there, we'll just let the spine grow really tall. So you might imagine like you've got a jacket and you're zipping up the jacket and just gently engaging the core muscles, drawing them in towards the spine. And then we want to lift the sternum, and we'll check in here that we have this space under our chin and our chest. It's a good little tool to use to check your head alignment. So then the crown of the head is up to the sky. And let's roll the shoulders a few times. I always roll my shoulders once and just want to continue. So roll them as many times as feels good for you. And whenever you're ready, you can just let them settle down into your back. Wow, that feels better already for me. And if you'd like to ground a little bit today, you can place your hands down on your lap, or if you prefer to place them up, it's a little bit more receiving. So whatever, again, feels right for you. And I invite you to soften your gaze now, or if it feels comfortable to close your eyes, then let your eyes gently close. And just bringing your awareness into the space within you. So whatever you've been doing today already, whatever you might be or might not be doing later on today, just letting that move away to either side, letting your awareness settle here in this present moment. Notice what is happening for you in this present moment. Maybe notice any physical sensations. Notice if there's any emotions or thoughts wandering around. What is your energy like? And when we notice things, we're just simply noticing. There's no judgment. Nothing is right or wrong or good or bad. There's no labels. Just becoming aware of where we are in this moment. And now let that go and just let your awareness focus now on your breath. What is your breath doing in this moment? How does it feel? Where is it flowing to? What kind of space is it taking up? What is the texture and the quality, the rhythm of your breath? And again, there's no right or wrong way to breathe. So we're just seeing where we're at. And for a few more rounds, just simply following that beautiful breath within. Nothing to do but just follow the breath. Just taking one more round here. And when you're ready, you can gently lift the eyes and just come back into this space again. Just notice here again how you feel. Maybe it's a little different from when we started. Maybe it's the same, that's fine. We're all different. We all experience things differently. So now let's start to embody the mountain pose. So you can pick your toes up from the floor, leave the pads of your feet, the balls of your feet on the ground underneath, and press down through the big toe mound and the little toe mound and through the heel. And when you do that, feel how the energy comes up through the legs and all the way up through the body. And we become strong and stable here. If you like, you can keep your hands on your lap, or you might like to bring them down with the palms pointing forward, and you can let your toes relax, spread them wide as you let them come down. And I like to use a little affirmation here about the mountain pose. And at this time, I've found this has been so grounding during all the COVID stuff that's going on. So if you'd like to, you can join in with me. So embodying the mountain in our physical body, but let's add a little affirmation to get it right into our system. So I am the mountain. I am strong, stable, solid, and secure. I am the mountain. I'm strong, stable, solid, secure. I find that feels so empowering. I'm not sure if you experience the same thing, but you can maybe let me know after the class how you felt about that. But let's now start to move our body a little bit. So keeping the feet pressing down, keeping our stable mountain base, we're going to tuck the thumb underneath the fingers and we'll start warming up our joints. So let's take a couple of wrist circles. Now you're welcome to keep your wrists wherever feels comfortable for you. If you would like to, you're welcome to bring them up a little, heading up towards the sky and stopping at whatever point is right for your body today. When you come down, you can circle the wrist the other way. Now just see if you can actually focus right on your wrist joint now. Let's keep going that direction, but we'll go back up to through the middle. Just feel how the skin on the hands moving, skin around the wrist, change direction as you come down. Feel that beautiful movement at the joint. Let's do one more round of this. Inhaling, we can go towards the sky, and exhaling, changing direction. Can bring the hands back down. And just finish that off with this direction going up and the other coming down. My wrist needed that after all the computer work I've been doing this week. Bring this down. Now from here, let's bring our hands out and splay the fingers nice and wide. And we're going to roll the fingers like we're playing the piano. So from the little finger, the pinky finger, let's bring it in. The pinky, the ring, the middle, the index finger, and the thumb. We'll do that again, moving one finger at a time. Anyone play the piano out there? Let's change direction. It's like playing scales. So we go from the thumb now out to the pinky finger. One finger at a time. Nice. And then just move all the fingers in and out, just moving the fascia on the hands and hydrating the hands. Love hand work. Anyone who does my classes knows I'm slightly obsessed with moving the hands. Let's interlace the fingers now, and we're going to turn the palms forward. You can draw now on this one, make it about the hands. Okay, so let's relax the shoulders, relax the upper back, bend the elbows a bit, and see if you can stretch your fingers. And you can draw your thumbs back towards you as well. And take a couple of breaths here and just notice where your breath is going now. The next time that you exhale, just let the hands come back towards you, and we're just going to change which pinky finger is at the bottom. So let's slide all the hands down once. So we're just working the brain here and changing up to an unusual way to do things. Let's relax the shoulders and press the hands forward again. Now you're welcome this time to keep your hands where they are, or maybe you would like to explore changing the position of your hands. They might go up, elbows could be bent or maybe longer. Remember, again, it's completely up to you what you do in this practice. Whatever I'm giving you is offering. You can take it or leave it. Now just again here, notice the breath. Has it changed a little bit where it's going? We'll take one more round. When you exhale next, slowly let your arms gently fold down. And let's take the hands out towards the hips now. So placing your hands on your hips, we're going to draw the shoulder blades back towards each other, and you'll feel maybe the elbows start to move back as well towards each other. And you may want to keep your hands where they are, or place them just around on the lower back with the fingers pointing downwards on your sacrum. Whatever feels more comfortable for your shoulders. And then we're going to feel as though we're lifting the sternum up. I like to think like my ribs are sort of lifting away from my belly a little bit. And you can let the eyes gaze up to where the roof meets the wall. We're just going to stay here for a breath or two. Just feeling the breath into the beautiful space at the front of our body now, the torso. Again, see how the breath changes depending on where the space is. Now, next time you inhale, let your tailbone move towards the chair. And as you do, you'll feel the pit of the belly just draws in. Now, keep grounding down into your feet, especially into your heels here and the ball of your foot under your big toe. Bring your hands to your thighs and just lean back gently in your chair. And on your inhale breath, use your hands and pull forward gently, letting the sternum lift up and the shoulders pull back. And then exhale, tailbone moves down, belly comes in, press into the feet as you come back. Be careful not to let the feet float off. Inhale, bend the elbows and gently move forward. And exhale, moving back. Just mobilizing through the spine, lengthening through the front of the spine, lengthening the lower back. Inhaling. And exhale. Now let's come back into the center. Let's make some circles now. So we're going to press into our feet and move towards the right, and then forward, and then to the left, and then back. Remember that little pit of the belly drawing in there? See if you can keep that happening, but pressing through your feet is going to help you do that anyway. Now, what's happening with your head? Is it going on its own little adventure? What about this little idea of the fist between the chin and the chest? Imagine that that's still there. Let's change direction now. So taking your circles big or as small as you like. There's no need to be anywhere with these in particular. One more circle in this direction. Now, when we come back into the center, we're going to take a breath in to grow tall and ground the feet. And on the exhale breath, slide your hand up your side to your hip and turn your ribs towards the right. Inhale, come back to the center, slide the hand down, and exhale to the left. And inhale to the center, keeping the spine nice and tall, so beautiful length, keeping the knees forward as you go side to side. The knees might shift a little in front of each other, but we don't want them falling over to the side. So if we keep our feet grounded, our stable mountain base, that's going to help us look after our knees as we twist. We'll do one more to each side. We're adding a little element of touch here as well, reconnecting with our legs, our body. And let's explore that a little bit more now. So we're going to breathe into the center, and as you exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Now you might like to keep your hands on your thighs here, or maybe you'd like to explore letting them go somewhere down the legs. Again, doesn't matter where. Now on your inhale breath, press into your feet and just lift the upper spine a little and bring your hands up your legs. And then exhale, slide them down. Inhale, up. And you can change where you're going, down the back, up the front, use the sides of your calves or shins or your sides, depending where your hands are today. Hello, legs. Have you checked in with your legs lately? Have you asked them how they are? This is a good opportunity. How are you going down there, legs? It's nice to connect with you again. Now this time we're going to keep pressing into those feet and bring the hands up the sides of the legs. Bring them around to the bottom. Give your bottom a little squeeze. Hello, bottom. How are you today? Our body loves it when we check in with it and when we listen to what it's trying to tell us. It's so wise, our body. Now, if you'd like to, you can rub your hips or maybe take your knuckles onto your lower back or your palms and give your sacrum, your lower back, a little bit of a rub. Hello, lower back. We're just going to talk to our body the whole class now. All right. Now, just releasing your hands from there and just let them rest on your lap, up or down. Just take a moment to feel the effects of that. Maybe you can feel energy somewhere. Maybe there's some sensations in your body, some different temperature. The touch is so powerful. And what a beautiful way to stimulate the chi, circulation, the energy in our body without putting any pressure on our legs at all. So from here, now let's start to move into our legs a little bit. So we'll start by just gently windscreen wipering your legs from side to side. Just gently rocking from one side to the other. And lately, I've been really loving doing opposite arms because, again, we get a little brain challenge and we start switching on the fires in our brain when we do different things and that we usually do. So just adding things going in opposite directions. Also good for the core as well. And we'll come back into the center. And from here, we'll keep our left foot down into the floor where it is. We're going to pick our right foot up to the tippy toe. Now, you might keep your foot there on your tippy toe, or maybe you'll bring your hands under your leg and lift the leg away from the floor a little bit. And then if you'd like to, you can either stretch out long on the floor in front of you, or maybe stretch out your leg in the air. So again, make it your own. And if you choose to, you might add a few points and flexes with your foot. So pointing through the toes and then pulling the toes back. And then from there, we'll just gently bring the foot back to sitting mountain from wherever it was. We're just going to do the other side. So pressing into the right leg this time, tippy toe. And if you want to extend on the floor, it'll look like that. Or picking the leg up, maybe extending it out or keeping it close to you. Pointing and flexing if you choose, or just holding and breathing if that feels better for you. Now, when you're ready, gently bring that leg back down to the floor. Let's give our knees a little bit of a rub around on the front side, going both directions, on the back, and on the edges, the sides of the knees as well. I could do this all day, I tell you. Knees love the sense of touch. All right, so let's sit up tall in the chair again. Just take another breath now, just feeling into our body, feeling into our mind, feeling into this moment. It's good to be here. Now, keeping your feet pressing into the floor, let's start to let the arms rise up. So we'll bring our hands up to our shoulder height with the palms facing down, and then exhale to let the hands float down. Now, you can have your hands closer to you or further away. The further away that you take your hands from your body, the heavier your arms will feel. So just decide what is the right distance away for you there. And the next time we're going to inhale up to shoulder height, then flip the palms over and we'll bring them together, and they might be in front of your face, chest face, or maybe they'll reach up a little higher to the sky. And then we're going to exhale and come halfway down. So we inhale, hands come up together, and exhale. And one more time. And exhale, bring the hands all the way down. Now let's incorporate that into a little flow. So let's press into the feet. We're going to inhale, take the hands to your up for today. Everyone has a different up. And from the hips, let's flex forward. So we're folding out of the hips. Now you can bring your hands to your shins again or your thighs. And inhale, lengthen your spine a little up. And exhale, fold down again. And then press into your feet and inhale, rise back up to your up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Take a breath in to grow tall. And on your exhale breath, up and over towards your right. Inhale, center. And exhale to the left. See if you can keep your hands in the center of your chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And exhale, left. Good. Then bring the hands back down as you exhale, and inhale again. Let the arms gently rise up. Exhale to fold gently out from the hips. And inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold. And inhale to gently rise all the way up to the sky or wherever you're going today. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Now either keep your hands on your heart this time, or maybe make a shoulders, cactus shape, or extend them long. We're going to do that side bend again. So let's inhale. And on the exhale breath, up and over to the left this time. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Again, keep your arms in the same position. So it's almost like everything from your ribs upwards moves together in a big chunk. That's it. And one more over to the right. Inhale up and then exhale. Let your hands gently float on down. Now from here, let's put our high heels on, and we're going to lift the heels from the ground. We're going to take a little walk over to the right side of the chair now. So taking your time to walk over, coming back always into sitting mountain to begin what we're going to do. So we always start from that stable base where we feel safe and steady. So keeping your right leg where it is now, let's start to move the left leg. Excuse me. We're going to take it back to the first leg of the chair, onto the ball of the foot, or perhaps to the second leg of the chair. Now, you may go a little bit further back, but for this one, the maximum that you want to go is that knee is pointing straight down. I'm going to let the tailbone gently move down towards the chair a little bit. So it'll depend on your alignment in your body. What we're looking for is a neutral spine. So for me, a bit of a dancer's bottom, sticks out a little bit. So I need to move my tailbone a little bit more down from my neutral. So you find that position where you're in neutral. Ground into both of your feet, and you can just rest your right arm on the back of the chair if you like. Now we're going to bring our left hand perhaps to the shoulder, or maybe just lightly resting on the head. Maybe a little bit away from the head, or maybe up towards the sky. Again, that's going to be up to you. Let's take a breath in to grow tall from the ribs to the hips. And on the exhale, side bend over towards the back of your chair. So we're opening the space for our psoas muscle, one of our hip flexors. Opening the space for that beautiful breath to flow into the left side of the ribs, the left side of the body. Take one more breath here. On the inhale breath, use your feet to help you come back to the center, and take this left shoulder and turn it around towards the back of the chair into a twist. Again, keep your spine nice and long as you twist. Let your hands just rest. Maybe the left hand is just on the outer right thigh. Maybe the right hand's on the hip or the lower back. Perhaps the backs of the seat, like a second spine. Okay, we want to keep that spine nice and tall. Feel as though that left knee's hugging inwards. Both feet are nice and active into the floor. How is your breath? Ooh, better check in with that. Make sure you can still breathe gently, fully, completely. And next time you inhale, slowly you can look back towards the right and make your way back to face the right side of the chair. Now from here, if you'd like to, we can start to move. Oh, actually, if you want to now for this one, if it's comfortable and in your practice, you can lengthen the back leg a little, but make sure you keep a little bend in that knee, and again, nice space in your lower back. So let's now see, maybe we'll explore the arms. So we'll bring them up, and just again, anywhere on that journey upwards, you're welcome to pause and breathe and see if that's right for you. Make sure you're not dropping your head backwards on this one. Feel that gorgeous breath. One more round here. And then your exhale breath, gently letting the hands come down. And we'll draw the back knee in, and you can help it with your hand if you like, bringing it back around to sitting mountain. Just taking a breath here in sitting mountain. And then what we're going to do is open up this left knee. Now you might open it to what we call a V or a Y shape, or maybe into an L shape, or somewhere in between there. Or maybe you like to extend this leg back, and if you do that, you want to make sure you turn your thigh bone inwards a little, so the toes might point in a little bit there. And also we need that whole foot on the ground so that we have that stable base. We're still having a mountain base, just in a different shape of a mountain right now, yeah? So we want to still press into all those press points. Then wherever you've taken your leg to today, bring your hands perhaps to your shoulders. Maybe like little birdies, tweet, tweet. Or maybe you can extend them out into longer, bigger birdies. One birdie's hitting the wall over here, so I'm going to have one in and one out, but that's the beauty of that. You can actually do different things on each side. Now come back into the center a little bit if you were leaning over towards that right side. And you might gaze out over the middle finger of that right hand. Take another breath here, proud warriors. And then bring your left hand in to your hip or to the side of the chair and turn your right palm up to the sky. Now from here, start to lift your right ribs up and back a little. And if you like, you can extend your arm. Reverse warrior. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, reach up through the arm and we'll reach out towards that right wall now. We're going to bring our forearm down to our thigh. Be careful you haven't collapsed here, so press into that arm and really keep the spine long. Now the left hand might go to the hip, the shoulder, cactus shape, or maybe it'll reach up towards the sky. Pressing in again to both feet. Remember our foundation. If that's steady, everything else feels so much more supported. Now this right hand, if it's comfortable for you today, you could reach down the leg, only if it feels right. Feel that beautiful extension across the collarbones and out through the arms. And we'll just take one more rounded breath here. And we'll move now into that reverse position again. So press into your feet, let your left hand float down and the right side of the body will open up. And then exhaling to bring the hand down. We're going to slowly walk that back foot in, finding your L-shaped position. Take a breath. And then we're going to walk around our right foot to meet the front. Let's take a breath in sitting mountain. Let's do the other side. I love the way the warriors make my legs so energized in this. So walking around to the left, I'll just move my furniture out of the way, just so I don't hit that one when I go into the shape. All right, so sitting mountain position to begin with. Then we can just rest the back arm on the chair. We'll start walking that left leg back now. Sorry, right leg. Pressing into the left leg. So finding your spot, remembering to start with, we just want to have maximum the knee going down to work on that hip flexor muscle. So pressing into both feet now, and it's almost like that heel's pressing backwards, yeah, on that right leg. Tailbone might move down, make your neutral spine. Ribs can come in, hand can explore, hips, shoulders, lightly on the head, little cactus or up. Breathing in tall and exhaling up and over towards the back of the chair. Again, hug the legs in towards each other, keep grounding into the floor. The pit of the belly is gently engaged. Feel a beautiful breath into the right side of the body now. And then your inhale breath, press into your feet and slowly rise up, and we'll make our way into our twist now. So turning belly, ribs, sternum, collarbones, face. That's the order of events. Let your hands rest wherever they land. Maybe you have right hand on the outer edge of your left thigh. Maybe your left hand's on your hip, the lower back or the back of the chair, like a second spine. Take a couple of breaths there. Just feeling that gorgeous stretch down the hip and through the torso. And then your next inhale breath, you can slowly look back towards the left and unravel your body, your torso back to the left. Now, if you want, you can walk back that right foot a little bit further, only if it feels right for you. And we'll move our way into raising the arms for warrior one, or some of you might see this as a crescent lunge. And just relaxing you through the shoulders, but energizing through the fingertips a little. Again, pressing the heel down on this left leg and back on that right leg. Be careful not to drop your head back. One more round of breath. Whenever you exhale next, just slowly letting your arms gently come down and help the back leg in to meet the front. Finding sitting mountain for a breath here. And then we'll start to explore our warrior two options. So we're going to start making our shape with our legs into a V or an L, or perhaps extending out. So as you move, you're going to need to move your hips a little bit as well. So take them with you and watch this lovely alignment of this leg. Sometimes that leg tends to rock in. So again, go back to your feet and press into the feet. When we press into our feet and it feels evenly weighted, we know that our knees are going to be pretty much looked after. Little internal rotation on the back leg. And let's bring the hands into it if you'd like to. Shoulders, maybe little birdies, the tweet, or extend out. And again, if you're leaning forward towards the left, start to just shift back into the center a little bit. Imagine here that your shoulder blades are going down and out through your arms. And that way, instead of hunching up, you feel like you're reaching long towards each wall. Gaze over that middle finger if you're not already. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Our proud warrior. Then we'll reverse that warrior. So our right hand's going to come down to our leg or to the chair. Front palm's going to flip over and we're going to open the space between the ribs and the hips on the front of the body, that left side. Try and be careful not to lose that grounding as you do this. One more breath here. Whenever it's your exhale from the hips, move forward. So keep grounding the legs, reach out towards the left wall, bring your forearm to your thigh. And then see what you want to do with this right hand. It might change. Sometimes I like to sweep across the collarbones, kind of moving back a little as I do, and then extend the arm. And just relax the head, the neck. If you want to, you can explore lowering the arm down the leg towards the ankle on that left side. Again, just making sure priority is the spine, the breath. All that arm stuff is secondary. Another breath here. And then let's move into the reverse warrior again. So you can let that right arm start to move down, press into the feet, open the ribs on the left side. And then exhale to bring the hand down. Slowly bring your back leg in if it's out to an L shape. And we'll walk ourselves back around to the front of the chair. Oh, what a little adventure we've just been on. So let's just take a few breaths now back in our foundation pose, mountain pose. Coming back to our sensation of being strong and stable and solid and secure. Taking a moment just to pause in between all of the action, to find the balance between stillness and movement, rest and work, just for a few breaths. Now let's bring our feet and knees now towards each other. Now, everyone might have slightly different positioning for their feet, depending if you're wearing shoes, if you've got different shaped feet. So just look again for that nice alignment, middle toe, knee, and inner hip. And as long as you've got that, that's the right spot for you. Now, just keeping your left foot down on the floor, gently now squeeze the thighs towards each other. Now, you might stay where you are here, or maybe you pick your right foot up and cross over at the ankle. Keep hugging the thighs together. If that feels right, just staying where you are there, or maybe picking up your leg and crossing it all the way over. But we want to be careful about this bottom knee. So again, what's happening with the foot? Find the foundation, support the knee. Sit up nice and tall on the chair. And if you're a binder, you're welcome to bind that leg all the way around its back there. Now the right hand will go onto the left, back to back palms. You might start here. You might see if your elbows want to touch. You might take your right arm under your left and give yourself a lovely little hug. Or maybe weave your arms around so the palms face each other. Again, just think about this moment and what do your shoulders need in this moment. If you want, you can close your eyes down here. And you might feel the breath into the space between the shoulder blades. The upper ribs expanding and contracting as you breathe. And then bring your awareness into the front of your chest and shoulders. As you release your arms, notice the sensations in your the front of your chest and shoulders. Oh, I love that feeling. And then just from here, we'll take a little twist. So we're going to turn from the ribs around to the right and just again let the hands land down softly. If you want to, you can turn your palm of that left hand up and use your forearm in your leg. But we never want to really be forceful in our twists. We want to use our breath to give us the space and then the softening, which might deepen the pose, but we don't want to push or pull anything, especially when it's got to do with our spine. So let the breath do the work and let the breath be your guide rather than your mind, because the breath will never lie to you, but the mind has got some stories to tell. So trust in your breath. The next time that you inhale, come back around to the front. Unravel through the spine, through the legs, bringing them back to together in the center. And then take a little bit more weight into the right foot, hug the thighs in, perhaps cross the left ankle, or perhaps cross it over at the thighs. Again, one side might be different, so you might need something different on this side. This is a new moment, so what's happening right now? That's the question. Hug the legs towards each other wherever you've taken them. Left hand under right. Back-to-back palms perhaps, or elbows touching, or love hug, or maybe move your arms around so the palms touch each other. Wherever you are, just find a little softening in your shoulders, space for your neck. Tall, lengthen your spine, grounding into that bottom foot. And then see if you can find your breath in the space, the back of your shoulders. Maybe you feel your ribs expanding, contracting gently. And the next time you inhale, exhale, release your arms and notice the front of your chest and shoulders, all the beautiful sensations, the fresh blood flow. And then we'll take our twist around towards the left. Landing softly, again, not pushing or pulling. You may turn your palm upwards on that right arm if you like. Careful of that bottom knee, not dropping in. Ground through that bottom foot. Now on the inhale, slowly come back around to the front. Unravel your body. Bring it back down and return to sitting mounted. Take a breath here. Now let's ground the feet into the floor and we'll bring our hands back to our hips again here. Now, what we did earlier in the session today, we brought the shoulder blades towards each other and the elbows started to move back a little bit. So let's explore that again. You might want to keep your hands where they are, or again, you could switch them around to the lower back, or maybe even take the fingertips to the back of the chair with the fingertips pointing towards your bottom. Whatever feels right. The main thing here is not the arms again, right? It's opening the space of our chest, shoulders, and the space for us here at the front of the belly. So focus on that and then see what the arms do. If you want, you can let the eyes gaze up to where the roof meets the wall. We can press down into our feet. Feel the breath into the front space of the body again. So good to breathe. When you're ready, next exhale, just release from that little back bend and bring your hands to your sides, let your shoulders relax and just take a breath. Now let's explore a different back bend. So perhaps you would again like to have your hands on your hips. Maybe they'll be again on the lower back. Or this time you might like to bring them down, pointing the fingers towards the ground like we did in our first position of the mountain. So from here, press into your feet again. Then again, draw your shoulder blades back towards each other. Let the sternum lift and the eyes gaze up to where the roof meets the wall. Take some gorgeous breaths into the front of the body here. Feel that aliveness in the chest, front of the shoulders. Maybe a little into the throat, but remembering not to ever drop the head all the way back. Looking up to your spine, even the neck. It's part of the spine. We tend to forget that sometimes. One more breath here. And slowly, slowly release the arms. Just take a breath again in sitting mountain. Gently press into your feet, grow the spine tall, and you can take your left hand to the inner left thigh or maybe the outer right thigh. We're going to take another twist now around towards the right. Bringing the right hand to the hip, the lower back, maybe the back of the chair. Now we've been here before, but we were a little bit more active before. In this twist, let's see if we can invite a little bit of softening. So whatever parts of you that you can let go of, just let them soften a little here. Finding a little bit more ease into this position. Allow the breath to soften a little as well. And just taking another round here. When you feel ready on your inhale, slowly turn the head back to the front and ravel through the spine. And we're going to just go to the other side on the exhale. So the hand might come to the inner thigh, top of thigh, outer thigh, whatever's right for your hands. And we'll twist towards the left. Again, that left hand might be hip, lower back, or the chair. When you get into your shape, just take an exhale breath and soften. So still sitting tall, but with at least the least amount of effort that we need to use here. Now the next time you inhale, just slowly coming back around to the front. Unravel to the center again, back to sitting mountain. Take a breath. Notice how every time you come back here, it's different. Every shape has its own medicine. So let's move into a forward bend now, so a forward fold. So you can keep your legs in the same space that they are, or maybe you feel like you'd like to extend one or two out in front. You extend them out, make sure that you keep a little bend in your knee and pull the toes back. Press the heels into the ground. Now you might like to hold the chair. Take a breath in, and on the exhale from the hips, fold forward. Remember, you can keep your hands on the thighs if that feels a little more stable for you. Minky knows there's a forward bend here, a forward fold here. He always comes around and enjoys it when I'm close to the ground. Take a breath in to grow really tall through your spine. And your exhale breath, see if you'd like to move a little closer to your thighs. Now, you can always move the legs a little further apart. You need a bit more space here as well, so feel free to do that if you need. If you want to and you feel comfortable to explore, maybe bringing your hands to your thighs, shins, ankles, I don't know, maybe even down to the feet. Again, we're going to make sure we listen to our breath, that we can still breathe here deeply, fully, and completely. And if that's not happening, find the place where it does happen. We're in the phase of our practice now where we want to cool down a little, we want to calm our system, preparing for meditation, for Shavasana. So we want to be careful and make sure we're not heating up. So let go a little bit of trying so much now. See if you can find a little bit of being instead of doing. Can you feel the breath into the back of your body? All the spaces of the spine and the ribs coming out from the spine. Expanding, contracting with each breath. Next time that you inhale, just slowly press into your feet. Engage your belly, the muscles in your back a little bit to help you come up, and take as many breaths as you like. You don't need to come up in one breath. Take as many as you need. And then move yourself back into sitting mountain again. And from here, just taking a breath. And when you feel ready, you can let yourself move back into your chair, finding a place that feels a little bit more comfortable now for you. So you might let the back rest on the back of the chair. If you have something to prop your feet up on, you're more than welcome to do that. You're going to turn the palms upwards. If it's okay for you on your lap, you can let them hang as well beside you if that feels better. And just find somewhere that feels like a place where you would like to sit and relax for a few moments. And start to let your awareness come back within again. Notice how you feel in this moment. Notice the physical body, the sensations of the physical body. Notice how the exhale breath carries a little sense of softening with it. Allow that softening to expand through your entire being now. And with every breath, letting go more and more. of all the muscles, the joints, the organs. Allow the softening of the breath to soften any emotions or thoughts that rise up during this time. Allow the energy to drop. And allow the breath itself, perhaps, to soften and relax. And just settling in now to a place of stillness within. In this place of stillness within, know that you are completely safe, completely loved, completely protected, so you can just let go. Here, just simply being. Nothing to do and nowhere to go. Nothing to think about. Just being. For another moment, just being, just breathing. I'll let you know when it's time to return. Just bringing your awareness now back to your breath. And as you do that, you might just notice the breath deepen naturally a little. Feeling the breath, creating that spaciousness within. And as you follow the breath, bring your awareness back into your body again. With each breath, feel the sensations return. Notice the weight of your body on the chair under you. And when you feel ready to wiggle your fingers and your toes, feel free to start moving your body a little. And keeping your eyes closed as long as you like, we'll make our way back to sitting mountain. But if there's any other movements that you want to make on the way there, feel free to do what feels natural and organic in your body now. And eventually we'll meet together in sitting mountain. When you do return to sitting mountain, just take another moment now just to check back in again. Notice how you feel and everything that's going on for you in this moment, another moment in time. And then we can bring our hands to our heart center. And let's bring the base of the thumbs up to the center of our forehead, our third eye space, for kind thoughts, kindness in the way that we see things. To our lips for kind words, kindness in the way that we speak. And to our hearts for kind and loving and compassionate intentions and actions. And may all beings be held with love. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I hope you really enjoyed that practice, and I'm going to come in close just for a moment. I think there's only a moment or two left, but if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the Q&A box and I'll answer them quickly while we're here. But if not, I trust that you'll have an amazing day, night, whatever time it is for you, and take good care of yourself, take good care of others, and always walk through this world with kindness. Thank you. Namaste.